Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled Germany's First 3D Printed Residential Building. This was a recommended video by Pixel Bart, and as usual you guys can leave your recommendations in the comment section or click the link that will be provided for you guys to add videos to this playlist that I created on YouTube. So nonetheless, we're going to be checking out this video, and this should really be interesting because 3D printed house, last time I checked, 3D printed means that it's like, you know, a machine is creating like frames and shit like that and puts it together, I guess. So let's check it out and find out about the 3D printed house because it sounds really sketchy. But without further ado, let's go into this video.
Mein Name ist Georgios Staikos. Ich komme aus Griechenland. 24 Jahre, ich lebe schon in Beckum. Das war ein Zufall vor 2 Jahren, wo habe ich ein Video gesehen, dass Häuser gedruckt werden. Habe ich die Okay vom Bürgermeister bekommen und dieses Team haben angefangen, diese Projekte hier zu realisieren.
Bei dem Projekt, was wir jetzt hier mit dem 3D-Druckverfahren realisieren wollen, handelt es sich um ein Wohnhaus. Das heißt, wir haben ein zweigeschossiges Haus mit pro Geschoss 80 Quadratmeter Wohnfläche. Die Planungsphase ist komplett schon seit langem abgeschlossen und jetzt konzentrieren wir uns nur noch auf die Bauphase. Also die Hauptunterschiede zu herkömmlichen Bauweisen bei diesem Verfahren ist eben, dass wir hier nicht Steine aufeinander fügen. Das ist das eine, wir fügen Mörtel aufeinander. Das gibt es also in der Form bis jetzt noch nicht. Und vor allen Dingen, es wird durch eine Maschine erledigt. Das ist auch die Besonderheit. Als Architekt oder Planer etwas zum ersten Mal zu machen in der Baubranche, es gibt, glaube ich, für keinen Planer was Größeres als das. Bei diesem Verfahren brauchen wir einen Spezialmörtel.
That's actually really interesting. I wonder how long this actually takes because that's actually pretty interesting. Like, what? I didn't understand that that's what they meant by the 3D printing. I thought it was, you know, like how you'd see 3D printers like do some creation out of like metal or something of the sort. But this is actually, you know, producing, you know, something solid. It's actually a good material, so.
Heidelberg Zement, Italcementi. Das Besondere an diesem Mörtel ist, dieser Mörtel, der extrudiert wird über den Drucker, der abgelegt wird in Layern, der muss relativ schnell formstabil sein. Er muss also relativ schnell erhärten, er darf aber nicht zu schnell hart werden, weil sonst die Layer miteinander keine Verbindung eingehen. Deswegen ist dieser Mörtel extrem besonders.
When we heard about the Beckum project, we wanted to be the first ones doing this in Germany. For the 3D printing method, there are no regulations in Germany at the moment. We don't have any standards. So we needed special commitment by the authorities for this project. They wanted us to show them that the walls will bear the load, that this is a safe material and safe method for building walls. And together with our Italian colleagues from Bergamo, and our other partners like Peri or the Technical University of Munich, by using lots of experiments and knowledge, we could show that this is an absolutely safe method. So we did use only mineral materials. We did not need any steel to rebar the walls. And this is quite special. We were looking at a really low CO2 footprint, and because you place the material only where it is needed, you can save up to 50% of the material. We deeply care about the sustainability value of our products. At Heidelberg Cement, we aim to provide the most sustainable building materials.
Heidelberg Cement is the world's leading vertically integrated construction.
Also, quite ironic how I learned how cement is actually made because I did study a little bit in building. But nonetheless, it's kind of crazy how I'm watching this video and then it's finally coming back to me. Like, wait a minute, didn't I actually studied this? Like, I just didn't go higher education, which is something that I'm planning on doing. However, it's likely going to be in the direction of IT because that's really what I truly love. Right, so it's likely going to be in that direction. However, this is something that I actually really know deeply about and actually enjoy just as much. But it's quite ironic, you know, how she explains this, how doesn't even need steel or any, obviously metal support in it. It's like pretty cool. I would actually love to feel like how dense it is, because that would say a lot, because bricks are dense, but they're not that dense, if you know what I mean. They're still porous and all type of shit. So, I'd love to actually feel this material. It does look good. I can't lie to you. It does look good, but I would love to see a finished product.
Material supplier. We produce and sell building materials from cement to aggregates, concrete, and asphalt.
Asphalt.
Concrete is necessary for housing, infrastructure, and shelter, for example. It has great capabilities. It's waterproof, it's fire safe, it's locally sourced, it's also affordable, and it's recyclable. With this building, we showcase what our products are capable of and what they can also do in terms of sustainability. That's why we have constructed this building under the Platinum standard. So that's the highest standard of the German Sustainable Building Council, DGNB. We have on the facade used, for example, our product Teosem, that basically sucks out of the air the pollutants to provide a cleaner and more environmentally friendly urban environment. We have accelerated our CO2 target, and we are now targeting to reduce the emissions by 30% compared to 1990 already by 2025.
The R&D effort is all focused on reduce the CO2 footprint to have more sustainable products and also new technology and digitalization for this product into the market. There are several products that we are working on, the 3D printing technology products and also the ultra-high performance concrete for rehabilitation of infrastructure, used for repairing the old infrastructure that now arrived to the end of its life. We think that approaching our product and the construction material in general by a life cycle assessment evaluation can provide the real value of this product into the market. Digitalization is changing the way of thinking at the construction sector. There are a lot of possibilities that this new technology can bring. New houses can be built in a faster way, safer way, and a more sustainable way.
That's not a lie. It can be built faster. Machine learning is like literally insane, but it can be built faster, and accuracy is like literally when it comes to machines, accuracy is just like the number one thing that makes AI, machinery, anything of the sort that goes off of a computer just so much better than the human, right? Because it remembers things. It doesn't make errors, right, unless you didn't program it right or something of the sort. But I think it's a very good idea. It would be quite interesting to see how this would affect housing market. Would it make it more expensive or cheaper, more affordable homes? What would be the deal? And it's quite interesting though.
Für mich bedeutet es mal, das erste gedruckte Haus in Deutschland und auch als zweigeschossig in Europa, bin ich einfach nur stolz, dass ich meine Idee geschafft habe.
That's pretty cool. I'm wondering if, holy shit, wasn't recording. That's bad. But yeah, I'm wondering if the house that I saw with the windows and everything installed, if that was a perfect example of it. I'm not sure. So please do let me know if that was the completion of the 3D build that they, they were saying that they completed. Because if that wasn't it, I don't think I saw it in this video. But if that was it, it was a great looking building for sure. Very quite unique. Looks really good. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.